there's nothing better like being out on the water, feeling the wind go through your hair.
It's a sense of freedom. You're active, you're able to participate with the other crew members.
You get to see the skyline. It's therapeutic for anybody, whether you have a disability or not.
For Bridget Bodo, that's an important distinction. 5 years ago, she had never even been on a sailboat. Then she lost her leg in a motorcycle accident, and someone suggested she look into the Judd Goldman Adaptive Sailing Program.
I didn't know anything about sailing, and I was needing assistance getting on and off the boat. But instead of sitting at home and feeling sorry for myself that I'm now a 27-year-old girl with one leg, I decided I would go ahead and try the sailing. And within no time, like the following season, I was already able to do it on my own, and now I sail competitively. It's amazing. If you're willing to learn, you can go far here.
The Judd Goldman Adaptive Sailing Program has been giving people like Bridget the opportunity to sail since 1990. Located in Chicago's Burnham Harbor, it provides classroom and on-the-water instruction, as well as racing clinics and cruises for people of all ages with a wide range of physical disabilities. Like Peter Johnson.
I'm living with relapsing, remitting multiple sclerosis, and I've been doing so since 1995. And with MS, I lost a lot because the disease made it very difficult for me to do very common tasks. But I never had sailing as something that I did. So that was a whole new adventure for me.
It's an experience many in the program share, like Eugene Reynolds.
Well, my story is several years ago, I suffered some sort of nerve damage and was placed in hospice care and basically told I'd never enjoy a normal way of life anymore. And then I was introduced to the adaptive sailing program. It's been a valuable experience. I'm able to enjoy life again.
That's the idea behind the program, which is named in memory of Peter Goldman's father, Judd, who was just 17 when he contracted a disabling bone disease that made it difficult for him to participate in most sports. So he focused on one that he could, sailing.
I never thought of my father as having a disability. He was a competitive racer until his death at age 75. So when he died, the family thought it'd be a good idea to start a program to teach people with physical disabilities how to sail.
Each year, about 1,000 members of the disabled community take advantage of the program, a unique public-private partnership with the Chicago Park District, which provides the infrastructure such as buildings and docks, while the foundation funds the cost of day-to-day operations. Together, they have worked to expand the boundaries of accessibility for aspiring sailors like Bridget Houlihan, who has cerebral palsy.
I was just glad that there was something available that I could try. One of my largest concerns was how to get on and off a boat. And they've really given it a lot of thought here at the Judd Goldman Foundation. They have a transfer box that I can easily transfer to and then slide down right into the boat. It's very easy.
Safety is another priority. In addition to standard features like life jackets, all of the boats are specifically designed to accommodate sailors with physical disabilities. The fiberglass seats enable them to pivot from one side of the boat to the other and are counterweighted to provide support.
It's very secure. We have specially adapted seat belts on each boat with shoulder straps. These boats are virtually unsinkable. They have an 880-pound lead keel that keeps the boat upright in any conditions.
Mike Jaffe has been with the program since its inception, starting out as a participant and eventually becoming an instructor.
I call this therapeutic recreation. It's mind, body, spirit. There's a little bit of physical exercise involved, so you stay in shape. There's the emotional uplifting you get just from being out in the water, and there's a spiritual side to it, too.
It built up my confidence. I lost my leg, I felt like I couldn't do anything. And then I was standing on the bow of a boat surrounded by water, and I was able to help pull down a sail.
Most people who never sailed before in their life and say that if they hadn't been for their disability, they wouldn't be sailing. And they soon get the bug.
Larry McGinnis, who is partially blind, is a perfect example.
I never enjoyed water sports before, but I came out for my first lesson and I loved it. I like, first of all, the freedom of being out on the water because the disability is not as restricting as it usually is. You don't have to constantly be worried about tripping over something or bumping into things. It's just you and nature.
For Larry Campbell, who suffered a stroke that paralyzed his left side, the program has an added benefit.
All the boats are adapted for people with disabilities. So I can hoist the sails, I can steer the boat. It's kind of like getting free therapy. It's made me more independent and made me forget more about my disability.
The program has also branched out with a junior sailing program targeted for inner-city youth held in the Garfield and Humboldt Park lagoons. Like the adaptive sailing program, it introduces people to a sport they might never have considered.
Sailing is something that you definitely should try at least once in your life, and this program is an excellent opportunity to give it a shot.
The entire situation is inspirational. I don't feel like there's anything that I can't do, and sailing has greatly contributed to that belief. The thrill of sailing, the challenge of sailing, and determination of all the other people that I've met here have greatly benefited my outlook on life.
The Judd Goldman Adaptive Sailing Program enables sailors with special needs to free themselves from their land-based restraints and enjoy the exhilaration that comes from sailing on the open waters.